Book of Heaven, Volume 29, July 27, 1931. The Great Evil of One Who Does Not Do the Divine Will. Most interesting example of Adam. My abandonment continues in the holy divine volition, and I comprehended the great good that my little soul felt in living at the mercy of a will so holy. It has such jealousy. It loves her so much. It takes charge of everything, even of the littlest things of this creature, so much so that it seems to say, "Nobody touch her," and woe to those who would dare to. So I was thinking, it loves me so much, and have I ever had the great misfortune of opposing a will so lovable and adorable? I strongly doubt, especially in this last period of my existence, in what I have gone through, that there haven't been some fractures between me and the divine will. And while my poor mind was gloomed by the sad doubt, my sweet Jesus, unable to bear seeing me anguished, all goodness, told me,
"My good daughter, courage, banish from your mind any doubt and anguish, because these debilitate you and cause you to break the flight toward that will that loves you so much. It is true that there have been reflections, fears, lacks of full abandonment, in such a way that you felt the weight of your will, as if it wanted to come out into the field to do its course, and it rendered you like a fussy little girl who fears everything, is afraid of everything, and so much that very often she cries, and I held you tightly in my arms to sustain you, and more than ever I watched over your will to keep it safe. Therefore, daughter, true fractures between my divine will and yours there have not been, and if, may this never be, it had been so, heaven forbid, my daughter, you would have incurred into the same misfortune of Adam. By how many preparations was his existence not preceded? Our love gave itself no respite to put out the most. Heavens and sun, flourishing garden, and many other things, all preparatory acts as the outpouring of our works for love of this man. And in creating him, our divine life poured out into him, making itself permanent life of him, in such a way that he felt us inside as perennial life, and he felt us outside in our works, created for love of him. Our love was so great that it made itself revealer of our divine being in the interior of man, because it had established our permanent life in him, and revealer on the outside, in such a way that each created thing was a revelation of our love that it made to him. More so since, in creation, both our life and all created things were given to man in a permanent way, not at intervals. A good that is today, yes, and tomorrow, no, is a broken love, and the nature of our love does not adapt itself to an interrupted love. Our love is eternal and never says enough. So, as Adam broke off with our divine will, he gambled away all creation and also our life in him. The offense of withdrawing from our divine will is so great that we put aside all our preparations, the great good that we have put out, and we withdraw from man, and with us the whole creation remains offended. So as Adam formed the fracture with our will, the heavens, the stars, the sun were offended. The air that he breathed, the sea, the earth that he trod, all felt offended, because my divine will is like heartbeat and blood circulation of all created things. Therefore all felt the sorrow of the fracture with the human will, feeling themselves being touched in the heartbeat from which they received life and preservation. Now, if, may this never be, there had been a fracture of will between yours and mine, I would have put aside my many preparations, made in your soul, my many graces that were poured, and I would have withdrawn, placing myself aside. If you continue to feel me, it is a sign that my will is there firm in you, and yours is at its place. If you knew what it means not to do my divine will, the creature dares to prevent and to make die that motion that never ceases, and to give death to the holy acts which my divine will has established to perform in the creature. It wants to give divine life, and while it is about to give it, if the human will does not receive it and is opposed, it makes itself knife to kill and suffocate this divine life in its soul. Not doing my will seems to be nothing, while it is all the evil of the creature. It is the greatest offense to our supreme majesty. Therefore, be attentive and let your abandonment in it be continuous.
Fiat.